on the day of the first swap. So all we need to do for that is loop through that list and send the coins accordingly, and excluding the Bittrex wallet and Dove wallet because they were already swapped manually.
Okay. So because just to be sure, I'm going to ask you this. When I did it, then I imported my private key inside the old desktop Musicoin wallet. So this, the users who need to swap doesn't need to do this, if I hear you correctly.
No, that's right.
Okay.
Instead of importing it into the desktop wallet, you need to import it into MetaMask.
Okay.
Or yeah, maybe other wallets also support pointing to a different network, but I'm not sure which ones. I'm a big fan of MetaMask, but there are other ones as well that we could recommend for that. Yeah, so these were my points. I'll leave it to you to ask questions or add some more points. Go.
Yeah, the in the hackathon, could we try to make also the bridge on the Binance Smart Change in order to uh, reply to the IDO to have finally like an exchange with the low fees?
Well, that depends on how much time we have left. Actually, if we have time left, we can we can do that too.
It means
Or maybe we can keep that for the block hackathon.
because this
We
can
have to
really
see.
help. Can really help on the price size. Means it's really this is now means if we lose the train, Bakary Swap, I don't think they will wait for us for a long time. So well,
Yes, I see.
I see. I
Well,
think
if it's not during the hackathon, it will be shortly after. It doesn't take long, and Antoine already knows how to do it. It's gonna cost a little bit of Ethereum at most as well.
but if it's a problem of cost, I think we can also provide some funds. I think, but it's
Yeah,
only a
it won't
question of
cost a
time.
lot.
Eh?
It won't cost a lot.
How much?
It's hard to say because it depends on the size of the smart contract we need to deploy on Ethereum. Um, but I think less than $100
Well, no.
if we do it at the
But
right time, like on a Sunday evening, especially.
yeah, I think I'm not sure about the I don't know say scenario, but I think it can really jump the price upper the 10 satoshi. That's mostly my hypothesis. I think everybody agree. So this is I think one of the things that we should try to keep in like a priority. If since we are asking for a listing for an exchange and finally we have it, so but I don't know how many times Bakery's Web is will waiting for us. So well, that's the first point about.
Yes, I see. Well,
Okay.
yeah, the
So, yeah.
I think the scale migration has a little bit more priority, but it's also more work. Uh, I think we can do the bridges shortly after, and like not only to Binance Smart Chain, but also XTAI, Matic, all those ones. I think we can knock them out in, all at once as well.
Okay, because actually then we can start to use music as payment too. It means
Yes,
it, it can be a little bit more useful for devs for
yes, and it can also be traded on some dexes that are on side chains, for example, HoneySwap and um, one inch maybe. I'm not sure where that's on. I have to
Yeah,
check.
there is a hundred of exchange that can.
Indeed. And because the problem with Uniswap was that the fees were so high for our coin, especially because it's low in value still. On other decentralized exchanges on side chains, it should be a lot cheaper, and the trading can flow more efficiently.
Hi guys, one question on this bridge. And the
Yes.
question is, what do you expect the transaction fee will be? Because you said we are still going over the mainnet of Ethereum.
Yes. Yeah, it depends on which side chain, but basically it would just be a transaction to lock some funds into a smart contract on the Ethereum mainnet, and from then the fees are like a few cents maybe, and zero on the scale chain. But for Matic and Xtai, it's a few cents per transaction, I think.
And for Binance is a few cents too for a
Yeah.
transaction.
But yeah, still you need to lock them on Ethereum mainnet, and that may be one more transaction fee.
So in actual, this means that your coins do not go anywhere. Your coins are reserved on Ethereum mainnet, but you can use the same amount on the other chains.
Yes, exactly. They are basically locked and on the mainnet, and then created on the side chain. And when you go back, they are burned on the side chain and unlocked on Ethereum mainnet. So there's no double spending there.
I have one question for you. Did you give a look to the marketsquare.io I sent you the last week?
Not yet, but it's still open here in one of my many tabs.
That's fine. Okay, thank you. Because I think it will be pretty easy to team up with them, and it could be something more we have for us to get known.
Absolutely. Yes. Hello, Raj.
Hello, Raj.
Well, actually, Stephen is also recording already. Are you recording using video, Stephen, or?
Yes, I'm just using OBS to record the session, so I can send the files if you want. I don't know. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
record.
that may be better.
Yes. I'm recording this session. Yeah.
And yeah, he also has all the points, so maybe that's better. But you can share your image here for the roadmap. And then we can all see.
The Dutch version, no, in orange.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I saw this one. That's great.
Yes, we
Yeah.
can see it now.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
So this is our new shiny Dutch product. product roadmap for 2021. We're also going to share in the Telegram group and other socials as well. So in Q1, we mostly did some preparations for the grant submission, preparation for the scale migration, the first token swap, and engaging with our community through social media. Now in hey Raj,
Yeah,
again, sorry. In Q2, we have a lot of things planned, like the scale migration, which we are working on right now at the with the hackathon.
yeah.
Second token swap right after the scale migration, the at global hackathon. Oh, it's come again. Oh, there it is. Weird, but okay. Oh, what are you doing, Raj?
Yeah. Is it
um,
coming something else or something? Did it stop?
yeah, sometimes it
Oh,
disappears.
I don't know. Okay, is it there now?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, it works
okay.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's there. We are planning to recruit more devs this quarter, do our smart contract upgrade, which will be mostly necessary for the scale migration. Uh, we are looking to create a bridge to Binance Smart Chain and also others, and do an IDO launch. Music live concerts on our music channel, YouTube channel, and work on marketing and PR. Then in the next quarter expansion, we are looking to add more listings for exchanges, create our community governance mechanism so people can vote on proposals depending on how many coins you have. Start a jukebox project to work around staking, embed songs into travelfeed.io and also in dbuzz. And the last quarter of the year, we are looking to integrate playlists, prepare our API so third parties can use it, DeFi, NFTs, and much more. So there you go. That's the general roadmap. Some details may be changed, as this with every project, but this
I
is
have,
get an
I
idea of
have,
what we're gonna do.
I have one question.
Yeah.
The embedding, that's one thing that I think will push the project far above the limits. Is the possibility to embed a music player on your website with your music that's on yeah, Musicoin, on the Musicoin site. Would this be also integrated, or is this optional?
Yes, that was already working actually,
Ah,
but we
okay,
need to provide a better looking one, I think.
cool.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
already existed before, so we just need to make sure that they can implement it easily to embed it on their platform.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
So,
Yeah.
any questions or remarks, let me know, or other things you want to talk about.
Yeah, I have a question that's not included in the roadmap proposal. Coming back to the servers part, that's something we have tackled like generally before. Do you know what are Scale's plans regarding decentralized servers and storage?
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know that they want to take that into account, and I remember that one of them
Yes.
mentioned that they would like to become an AWS competitor. So I guess they're working on that too, and it would be better than relying on OVH only.
Yes, they also provide storage, like on-chain storage. Uh, but it actually uses IPFS or Arweave in the end. And we already use IPFS, and I see their biggest chain allows 2 terabytes of IPFS data, but yeah, we already have more than that. So I need to talk to them about that and see if that's a viable option. It would cost a lot less in servers if we can find a way there. Hopefully, but we can see what would be the most cost effective and dynamic way to do it.
Okay, so it's not forgotten.
No. It's also in the hackathon some ways to work with it, but yeah, as I said, we already have more than 2 terabytes of IPFS data, and well, it will be a lot more once we are working again. So that would be a problem if they only allow 2 terabytes in their biggest chain. So we need to find some way to some kind of deal maybe, or yeah, maybe we just keep it on our own IPFS server.
Musicoin, Musicoin will be their storage guinea pig, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Like, be prepared, guys. 2 terabytes is nothing to us.
And it will grow.
Yeah, like I think you made some calculation once, Steven.
Yeah, but I can't recall them at the moment. Well, hold on. Let me do some calculations again. I will be back in 1 minute or 2.
All right, great. So yeah, that's maybe the biggest scaling problem we need to think about in the future. There are also other ways to work with IPFS. For now, the alt team had chosen to get our own IPFS server, but of course it could also be decentralized. But back then there was a problem with all the bandwidth going in and out and all that stuff. So maybe now we can take a look at that again. A lot may have changed as well.
Would in this case StoreJ or something like that be useful?
Well, yeah, those are indeed other options, but I'm not sure if it's.
Well, it's a good question, but StoreJ is actually yeah, you need to pay for storage if you use StoreJ. I have a little bit experience in hosting nodes for them, so it's a little different. We are actually the node itself, so yeah, if we do it on IPFS like we do now, it's like free. You just have to put up some hard disk space, like 2 terabytes, on your server to host the files. And if you connect them to IPFS, the IPFS network is completely free. Storage is based upon the IPFS network, but you need to pay to store files on there. So that's a little bit different. I also did some calculations, like I said, and 2 terabytes should be about 200,000 tracks. If we calculate about 10 megabytes per track. So then you have a little bit of an idea. I don't know how many tracks, if you have a view about how many tracks there are online at this point. I don't know, Ben, is it possible to see that some way or another?
Yeah, we do have a dashboard where we can see some metrics.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
But I think we should add more metrics anyway.
Yeah, definitely. So we can follow up and especially monitor the usage of the server and the bandwidth. I don't think the bandwidth will be a problem. I've seen the speeds is 500 megabits down, I think, and 1 gigabits up. So that's awesome. But yeah, CPU and memory and definitely hard disk drive. We need to monitor if it's in overload or something. If storage is starting to run out. To how you say, do not let the server crash in production. That's the main thing, I think.
How hard it would be to implement that user would share his hard disk to store this data and somehow we distributed it.
Well, I think that's a good idea, but that's a little bit extra technology we need to implement. I don't think that's on the roadmap at this point. But I don't know, Ben. Maybe something interesting to do, because we could make something like people can share like 50 gigabytes of their hard drive they don't use, and actually build some kind of a network itself. But it's extra work, and I think, yeah, the IPFS way is I think the best way to go, because it's already there. It works. It's free. You can join the network. Also, you don't earn with it, but you have free decentralized storage. So, yeah, I think I don't think that we are going to go that way. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ben.
Yeah, indeed. Like IPFS has already figured it out. So
Yeah, correct.
The costs are from the store, but also from the traffic, no?
Yeah, traffic, but that's like there is a limit. You have like, I don't know what the limit is on OVH at this point, but yeah, you have a limit in traffic, and then they will yeah, send a bill for more traffic. But I have no idea how much that is at this point. But I think it's definitely enough for starting phase.
Okay, because in the jukebox economic model, we can integrate also a little percentage to pay the fees of the servers and something like that, and traffic. So yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
So once that you have the data, please share with me. Means the data about the average cost per stream and average cost per song and average cost per artist, like something like that. It will be
That's a good
very
idea. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Helpfully to me to integrate into the jukebox model. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
In this case, when you buy a server and resources, is this a stepping model or is this linearly increasing cost?
Well, that's a good question. Also, at this point, we have a dedicated server, so it's more like if we need to scale up, we need to get another server. There are possibilities to let, for example, to let the storage grow on time when we need more storage, and then the price will rise gradually. But we're still figuring out how we're gonna tackle this in the future, because at this point we have a server with some hard drives in them, with static room. It's 4 terabytes and that's it. In the future, I think it's indeed a good idea to have something that can grow from, let's say, 2 terabytes to 10, 12, 13 terabytes when it's needed. So we're definitely also checking that out.
Yeah, I also have some what's it called again? Redundancy built.
Redundancy, you mean? Or
Yeah.
what do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So one server could take over if the other one is down, and maybe spread the files around the world a bit.
Yeah. That's definitely something we need to address directly when we need it. So it's maybe a good idea what you say, Ben, to spread the load around the world. So if it would be possible to have like one server in Europe and one server in US and one server at the start and sync them all possibilities are there. Yeah, definitely.
So it's like, when you guys are discussing, just a thought came in my mind. Like how we do a peer-to-peer transfer, and like how we do a torrent download. There is no server, I guess. It's like from computer to computer these things are happening, from one person's storage to another storage. Then we used to have at our local cable operator, we used to have FTP, where also a lot of international people used to come and share their data, and then same from peer to peer, people used to transfer. So I'm just like, now for this, like at this point of time, we are using a dedicated server and all these things. So like for future, like I don't know about because I'm not into like I'm not a dev, I'm just into a creative and all these things. So I'm just putting a thought, if someone is there a solution, like we can also work out something like that, where universally we like how Bitcoin operates, like in that way, like so,
Well,
yeah. Yeah, Steve, could you
yeah,
understand?
I think so. Yes, I think so. I think that's where the scale program a little bit kicks in. If they are going to launch like something like AWS, something kind of like that, I think that's definitely one way we can go. Yeah, and I think also if we look to the future, we can't keep it like this. What do I mean with this? It's not possible to keep it running like some people renting servers at a place. So that's not I think the intention in the long term. In the long term, I think it's also better to have something that runs autonomously without people having to pay for servers, the
Decentralized.
blockchain itself. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But at this point, it's definitely centralized on one server.
Yes.
But to the future, it should be, yes. And I think we all need to work in that direction as well. Yeah. Also on this, Ben, please correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
Cool.
Short and
So
easy.
this can be our
Yeah.
future to do list, like we can add in this.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, I've also worked in a hackathon on Arweave, which I've won with a small team, and they provide basically persistent data, decentralized as well. It's a cool project, but it's still young. But what it means is that persistent storage, or what do they call it exactly? So it can never be deleted and stuff like that. So maybe we can make use of technologies like that as well. I already been in contact with the internal team, so maybe I have some input there. Can talk to them about it.
What's the name of that project?
Lovely.
ROE
Okay, thanks.
AR, which is not the same as ARRR.
Lovely. So we all are thinking in a right direction. It's like good way for music. Yeah.
One question on the storage again. Is this storage only increasing or is sometimes also decreasing? Let's say if somebody takes out his songs, or do we have a policy? How long do we hold a still song or something like that?
That's a good question, actually. I believe that on our platform currently, if you would delete a song, it would just delete the links to the IPFS data. So I think there's some improvements there. For example, with Arweave, that would not be possible, I think, to delete it. But I think it's possible with IPFS. I have seen in the scale documentation that it would be possible on their blockchain storage anyway, which uses IPFS. But I'll have to check to make sure what is currently being done in the backend on that end. If not, we should definitely implement that because it would save us a lot of costs. We don't need to keep it if people want to remove it.
I'm just checking out here if it's possible to delete stuff, and it seems it's not that easy indeed.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point in some way.
Yeah. we need to think about that maybe in the future, because it's a good question. Because if people upload music, I know how it was with me. You upload a track, you do a little bit more on it, you upload it again, you upload it again. So in the long run, you maybe upload the same track 5 times, 6 times, and it's wasted storage. So yeah, we need to think about this. It's definitely a good question.
All right.
Another point to integrate in the hackathon.
Yeah,
I think
it's
for
not enough time for
IPFS,
that.
for IPFS, they have some solutions for this. Like I have seen them doing something very similar with websites, like IPND or something. It's called. I will send a link for it. I will search for it.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So yeah, as you can see, this project is like art. It's never finished. Just like music, really.
Indeed.
Okay, any other questions, topics?
Yeah, I really thank you guys what you are doing always since 2 years at least ago behind the scenes. So really all my thankfulness to you, Ben, Said, Steven, and all the new developers. Thank you really much.
Oh, and you too, Lorenzo. Oh,
Yeah,
by the
thank you,
way,
Lorenzo.
you have released the fourth part of your blog, right?
Yeah,
The
finally,
simplified version.
yeah, I think the on my, how do you say, analysis, the best way to encourage people, to fans, to be involved in the music, but that's the first step of, the first step to be able to fund the paper play, and the other side to be able to create a liquidity pool that is the key for the DeFi. If you have a liquidity pool, you can use it as collateral for borrowing, lending, and so on. So you have a more, how do you say, a plus value, something that had value to the model. So yeah, but yeah, Jukebox, I'm really exciting to see. I would like to test it. To see, to use it. To be able to on a test net. I don't know when and how, but yeah, it will be very. I will be very excited to see it.
Pretty sure we can find some hackathons to work on that.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
We do the call.
I think that was it for today. If there are no more questions.
I can see someone in the chat.
Wants...
Yeah.
Oh, Asterios. Yeah, sure, you can talk.
Please do.
Please do.
Asterios.
Didn't see you there. We cannot hear you though. I think you may need to look at your mic settings.
Mario, your mic is off, I guess.
All right.
He's real soul. He's playing piano.
I see Esclove dropped a message in the chat too about the fact that Musicoin being playable from other players. And it's a topic I had discussed about with another dev, a German one, that was he had sorrow about the fact that the music we had in our store, let's say, wasn't accessible from other applications. And actually, It would be a nice innovation because I think we would be the first music blockchain project to allow any app to use the music we have in store.
Can you hear me now?
I think that's
Yes.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Welcome.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the API preparation thing in Q4.
Yes, indeed. And well, actually, Kendryo is also willing to implement us to the Kendryo player and to make sure that artists can use the Kendryo app to publish at multiple platforms at the same time, among it being Musicoin being one of them. Maybe we should put that in there as well, actually.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. All right, Asterios, I see we
Yes.
can hear you now.
Nice.
Please talk.
Nice to hear you guys after so long. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So everything is. I hear I follow everything that is going on, and I think it's the first time that I came to a meeting after 2 years. 3 years. Of course, I don't understand all the technical stuff that you're talking about, but I get the whole picture. I just wanted to say hi, first of all. Hi again. And I want to just point out that everything, all the technical stuff that's going on are, it's okay, they have to be done, and I understand what's going on, but most of the people, like most of the musicians that finally were targeted, what are we targeting? We're targeting the musicians, okay? Most of the musicians don't have any idea about all this stuff. They just, the first thing that they want to see is to get in a platform, upload the music, and then play it, and then send the link to their girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to, in order to win again these people back, because we keep the same name, and a lot of people are disappointed from what happened before, and they won't know that Musicoin, they see Musicoin, they think it's the same thing that failed in the past, but they don't know the change now, okay? So if we go again to reach these people that they don't have any fucking clue about blockchain and what is it all about, at least we have to be sure that whenever us, because I can influence some people here in Greece, Lorenzo will influence some people in Italy, and everybody will do that slowly, okay? We have to be sure that everything is working, at least like 24 hours a day, everything is working. This is what I have to say. I know that's going to be working, but I'm just saying again, because I know what failed before, and I'm talking about what shows out to the people. Like if my friend, I had a friend of mine, a drummer, he was calling me, I cannot log in, I cannot play the songs, I cannot upload. So after 2, 3, 4 times, then he quit it.
Yeah.
And it would be a little bit difficult to say to him again, man, you can go again, log into Musicoin, now it's working after 2 years. I know what's going on, but it's very difficult now to persuade people to, get involved again. Okay, Ben.
Yes, I can understand. Yeah, that's why we are doing this relaunch thing. And of course, well, first of all, the marketing side and all that should follow as we would be working again. But we're also setting up a bigger team to take care of all the technical issues,
Okay.
which can arise. For example, in the past we had only Isaac and maybe Assam back in the day doing the server maintenance, and now I'm looking to have full coverage of that around the clock.
Yeah. Okay.
With Steven being there and David, and well, Isaac will still want to participate in that if necessary. So yeah, especially on that part, it's important to have someone around the clock in case something goes wrong, and maybe we can automate some stuff. But Steven knows better than that, and David probably too. So yeah, I see those were
I'm not judging you guys. I know that you're just saying what I know that went wrong before.
Yeah. So those things should be better in the future. But yeah, we're still building the team and getting it all working again.
Yeah, okay, I know it's gonna be working, but it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. It's not gonna. We can do it, but it's gonna be difficult to attract again the same musicians back to try it one more. We have to be very sure that everything's working, because if they try it one more and it doesn't work, they won't try it at all, never.
Yes, that's right. You have a good point there.
So it's not the first time. The first time people give chances, first time, second time, third time. After that, one more, it's difficult. My English is it's bad, but you understand what I mean.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
So, it's. I prefer to do it like. No, I prefer. I think that it's better to try it out very much, everybody of us, and then get it out. Like where we try it, we have a close team that tests everything, test it, and when we are very, very sure, not take it out.
I agree.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Because now people are waiting, and I see in the Telegram, many people are saying whatever. They don't know what exactly is going on, and people, one person says something, and then the other person takes that and make it something else. And they say all stupid things around. So you cannot go and say to them anything. Whenever we are ready, we just take it out and put it in their faces, and everything then stops, and everything is cool. Because there's no point for them to ask why the price is so low. It's gonna be low. Don't worry about that. If they want to make money, they can go and buy Ethereum, and there's so many coins out there to make money every day. I mean, I don't understand this talking about the money. We have to have the product first outside, and if the product is strong, then the money will come. Right?
Yes, that's right.
Yep, exactly.
Of course.
Yeah, but Asturias, you will not prevent people from saying shit. There will always be people saying bad things.
Of course. That's why I don't interact a lot I don't interact at all in Telegram. And Lorenzo does the best job to cool them. You don't cool them down. Okay.
Big Brian.
Lorenzo. Lorenzo, you do the cooling down. Because everybody says stupid things. Anyway, the group is not very big. It's like 900 people. Yeah. Okay. If it was like 10,000 people, we would be talking in another way.
So I think it's a good criticism is always good, because the more criticism will come, then we will push harder ourselves to work more faster. Otherwise, we'll keep sleeping. And second point, I would like to make. Of course, we have to make the project live. Scale thing is our priority, hackathon and all these things. But something like DeFi, NFTs, this is a trend which is going right now. So I think NFT, DeFi, we have kept it for quarter 4, and at the last, in that way. So maybe if we could, because once we will start DeFi, like staking and this stuff, automatically price will start shooting up, people will start locking up, people will start getting interest. So it's good for the coin and the community and all the stuff like that. So I think we should also take this some things which are trending, we should not become like the things have already gone, the train is already gone, and then we are starting on them. Like, so yeah.
Yeah. If I may say last thing, what I believe now it's happening. I mean, we basically have time. Why? Because I think this whole thing now is going to go down a little bit. Not bear market, but it's two things that are going to happen now. Whether Bitcoin is going to go to 100,000 or it's going to be a small bear market to do like you know what I mean. What's going on? So maybe that gives us another 5-6 months until the next wave is going to come again. So we haven't lose anything basically in the market. We have some months to get ready, be able to compete again, to play the game.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes.
I was also thinking the same thing
Yeah.
today.
So I think now what's gonna do is like everybody thinks that Bitcoin's gonna go up, and I think they're gonna fake out. They're gonna do some fake out and take the people's money. Maybe Bitcoin will drop again a little bit to consolidate, like a small bear market for 3, 4, 5 months. Because it cannot happen like before. Like all the big companies have bought Bitcoin, like many billions in big companies in the United States. That didn't happen 4 years ago. So I cannot think that Bitcoin will go again to $9,000. Never. It's not going to happen. So I'm sure that they're going to try to take small people, small invested money in somehow, and then Bitcoin is going to go up again. So if we are ready until September, I think we are in the game. That's what I think.
I think that's a yeah. I think that's a very good prediction. Yes.
Yes, until September is really good. Right?
Yes, that's why I say in Telegram people are worrying about the stupid thing because they don't understand. Like we still have time; they can wait.
And also,
They can
I
wait a
think
little bit.
because this time there is a DeFi, so people have locked their tokens in many of the projects because they're getting like interest and stuff like that, which was not there before in 2017, 18, like that. So because of this, also a lot of things gonna change in this bear market.
Yes.
Well, I partially agree because I learned one thing during those years is that the crypto market never do the thing you wait it will do. So I partially agree, but we never know.
Yes, you're very right. I was watching a guy saying that if the market thinks that Bitcoin goes to 100,000, the Bitcoin will not go to 100,000. This is like
Exactly.
see
Yes.
what the mass expect to do. The thing is going to happen is the opposite.
Exactly.
So we should all not expect Musicoin to reach 100 sets, and then maybe it happens.
I'm not superstitious.
I think
Anyway,
that one thing is here is a bit different because those coins are solutions within the crypto space.
Yes.
We this music coin as it is, it's not. It's only using tech, let's say crypto technology and NFTs to solve a problem, which is completely different. So we should not even consider crypto bear market or anything, but we should consider music industry market cap and compare to that, not to crypto market or Bitcoin, because we are not correlating with that.
I exactly agree with Miha. The reason is when bear market was there, Chainlink was one of those coin, and there was some other several coins were there, which like grown up like anything because of their market, like they with the way they were developing their product and stuff like that. So because our if we will work and we'll develop our product, even if it is a bear market, I don't think we're gonna get dumped. Like we'll have a good upside.
Well, it's linked. You have this. You're right with this analysis. We will have gain some momentum because the product is useful. But if we are in a bear market, we will gain less, of course.
Well, actually, a BTC bear market could be good for us, like out season. If BTC is boring or going down, then people put their money elsewhere. And if we do a good job of this platform, then it might be with us, or for some part of people.
Yes, absolutely. If we remain concentrate to the music, to our real purpose of Musicoin, uh, that's the key. If we really be able to declare for the next 100 years that we can provide the best compensation for musician, that will be the keys to succeed. So yeah, let's go forward. Let's believe it. And as Asterios did, and Asterios no said that yeah, let's put all our efforts in the best. Every one of us have the keys in this domain, so everyone can really share the real helps for this project in the domain that can really helps more than the we are really um, a team, let's say a community that can really provide the best solution for our project. So yeah, let's do it. We have a common goal, and we have several let's say bodies, so everyone yeah can really help.
Guys, one thing that I haven't asked, is the mobile application going to be working?
Yes, after the migration, we can fix that too.
Okay.
It's the same problem as for the website now that the old blockchain is dead.
Okay, because for the time moment, like if we don't see what other things are going on and what is going to happen, if we have the mobile application working, it's something that we have a plus against Rocky.
Oh yes, of course.
So maybe something that will, in quotes, save us, in quotes, of course, for the time now, for whatever is happening now, is if we come out with the mobile application working, because they don't have it. And it's more, they didn't give any more attention to the site. They gave more attention to producing the NFTs and going to the BCA chains and do all these things. But it's okay. Now the price is going down again because they don't have a fan base. They're not. There's no musicians getting in the site. This is the thing. The people that are gonna support you is the musicians. Not if you are able to sell NFTs, because you have to sell the NFTs to who? If you don't have members.
Yes.
And again, right. Yes, tell me.
Yeah, and actually, well, what was I gonna say? With the music files not streaming on the website right now is actually proof that we don't play free songs
Yes.
without compensation. It's not good at the moment, but
yeah,
it is the way it's set up. Like the blockchain can't pay for the stream, so it doesn't get played.
Yeah,
it's like maybe bad marketing, but that doesn't exist, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is that like NFTs, like I'm a musician, maybe I'll buy a song from another person. And when you buy the NFT, you have the right to sell it again if you want. If I just want to listen to music, let's say I get to Lorenzo's profile and I listen to Lorenzo's music. It's okay, I don't have to buy it. But if I buy it, basically as an NFT, I have the right to sell it again. Isn't that the biggest difference between just listening to a song and buying an NFT?
Come in this?
Yes.
Yeah. Say it's like when you have an NFT, just imagine if you have a graphic. Let's keep aside about the music. So people can see that music, but they are not paying. People can see that graphic, but they are not paying for that graphic. But when they are buying it, they are paying for it. So that is NFT. Like they are buying from someone else, and the cost is getting increasing. So it's like the same thing. Music people are listening. but when somebody is buying, they are owning that music. So that is they are
Yes.
owning that music, and then that person, because that music is so amazing, he is selling it for x, like if he has bought it for x dollar, he's selling it for double x dollar. And somebody wants to, because that person likes that music, he wants to own that music for double x dollar. So that is how I think it will work on for music NFT.
Yes, you're right. I agree. What I'm saying is, who is gonna buy it? Usually, musicians are not gonna buy the NFTs. Ordinary people are gonna buy. It's like buying a CD, like going to a shop and you want the CD of this band. You buy the CD and you have it.
Yes. So
Okay.
there are a platform called OpenSea, Rarible. Like we have to link with
Yes.
them. So there are a lot of buyers who buy the artist piece. Like it's whether it's a graphic or like for a music we can do. They buy videos also. So we have to link and partner with these open platforms.
Yeah.
So we
I
get
don't know
buyers.
if you did you guys see that Binance is gonna take. It's gonna create. They already created. It's gonna be open in June. NFT shop
Yes.
in Binance.
Yes.
This is gonna be big. They're gonna try to hit to compete with the OpenSea and all the
Right.
others.
So for music, the person, what you're saying, how he will benefit, because the person who has created the music and the people are buying that and selling that, this person is getting a royalty of that, like X person of transition
Yes.
fees or something like that. And also our foundation, Music Foundation, will get a transition fees.
Yep.
But basically, I think that the problem here is that NFT is just the technology, but what we are giving or musician is giving to the buyer is part of his copyright. So I think it's if we in the platform it should not even be called NFT or I don't know send it to the chain, but just publish your song and maybe provide part of your copyright to the fans or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's our paper play is a sort of NFTs already, but is not already tradable, and so this is the things that we can start to integrate. Means our paper play can become an NFTs aggregator. Is what Bakery Swap is trying to find, because me and Asterios, we release some NFTs on Rocky, but that's it. Someone buy this, the market is ended, but the goal is to create a relationship between fans and artists in the creation of NFTs, in the market of NFTs. And so they need to share, the royalties, and that's the keys. So this is why, I hope that all the people that would like to go in deep on these topics join, the channel, NFTs Musicoin channel, because we are that's the place, to help, to because it's a real economic. This nobody understand what really what how it works, because there is some masterpiece like the banana with the scotch on the wall that can be sold for I don't know how many $1 million, and maybe there is one of the best song I have never heard from Asterios that nobody cares. So that's the point that we have to be able to provide to the artists the way to join fans and musicians by by using the NFTs for their purpose. So please join the Telegram channel and go forward on the NFTs thought.
So I
Lorenzo.
think it's
Ah,
also about when you release an NFT. Now you guys were releasing individually, so you did not had a marketing. So now when we release NFT, when our web and everything will be live, so it will be an announcement from music team or something like that, PR team, like so and so musician is his song is going on NFT on so and so date, so you be the first to buy, something like that. So the price will start from some XX dollar, and so many people will go and bet and try to buy this, and after buying they'll try to trade. So that is how it works. Now when what happens, because we are individual, when we go to some platform, we don't have a fan followers, we create that. Even if that some person listens to that, it doesn't go. So because we don't have a word of mouth here, a second, you can see a blockbuster movie have a crap story and they make a lot of money, and there are a lot of world cinema movies which has a good stories, because they don't get marketing and they don't sell. So marketing is the key, what I mean to say is like that.
Okay, I think we have the longest call in the history of Musicoin.
No, man.
Almost,
No, man.
almost.
The longest call in the history of Musicoin was when Martin was around. Because first we have to meditate with a bell, and after play some guitar, and then watch the sun for 5 minutes, and then talk.
And he could come back because I'm informing him about our progress.
Yes, yes. But he's the most happy man in the world, man. Martin is the most happy man in the world.
True, true.
Yeah. So, guys.
Yes.
Happy to see you after so long. I hope we have a good summer and have good things coming up and come soon.
Yeah, in the next week you will start again 2 verified artists. Are you happy?
Of course. Give me
finally.
give me the work.
Give me 1 million of artists. Yeah, that's the great.
Man, I think it's the best job I ever did in my life.
Yeah.
Because I was feeling like a spy, you know, like who's that guy? Is he real? Does he know? Does he play anything? But it was good job.
Yes.
Anyway,
I'm sure you can get back to that very soon.
I hope so.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, have a good afternoon. Cheers from Athens. We have 32 degrees now here.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, boy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Sweat it all out, man.
Yeah, man. On Sunday, we're going to have 37 degrees in Athens.
Oh, man.
So it's like summer.
It's too hot. An open air sauna.
Okay. See you guys. Let's talk soon.
Bye.
Cool. Nice to meet
See
you.
you.
Nice to meet you guys. Bye.
Wonderful.
Cheers.
Ciao.
All right. And with this, I think we can end the call for this week. Thank you all for joining. Yes, awesome. And yeah, I think we do need to add Ken Dreyer to it. Okay, have a nice one, everyone.
You guys.
See you all.
See you guys.
Cheers.
See you next week.
Cheers.
And I'll get
Cheers,
back to
everybody. Thank you for taking part.